CUBNlive.com. My name is Troy. I'll be your host today. These courageous ISIS rape victims choose to keep their babies. They kept their babies. Like I said in the other paper I did, read, the other story I read is that just because you get raped by a bastard, it does not mean you get rid of the babies. The babies have nothing to do with the rapist. The babies is your egg in your body. That's your egg. That's your baby. Nothing to do with the rapist. You get the baby, you raise the baby, and you attack them where it gets them. You get the government on your side to attack that man and make his life a living hell and make him pay for that baby. Make you a lot of money going that route. That's what I'm talking about, girls. That's what you guys do. Don't look at it as killing your baby on abortions. Look at it as in a way of getting those bastards back. Amen to that. That's your baby. Never say that's not your baby. Come on, people. Baghdad, August 22nd, 2016, live site news. For years, the abortion lobby has created a mythology that it is all about impossible for a mother to reject abortion in the hard cases like rape. Forget that most rape victims don't choose to abort their children, and most who do say the abortion was a mistake that did not bring them healing. But according to the Planned Parenthood, young women lack the intellect, resources, and competence to raise their children in the United States. Imagine the fortitude it takes to raise children conceived by rape, not in socially liberal welfare state, but a war-torn insular theocracy. That's what Yazidi women in northeastern Iraq face. And that's what Yazidi women captured and impregnated by ISIS terrorists have resolved to do. For years, fundamentalist Islamic jihadists have forced non-Muslim Iraq and Syrian women to become sex slaves. The Voice of America had a story on Saturday about their plight. They had been shunned from having sex with non-Yazidi women, even by force, until the leader of their community, Baba Shiki, said the women should be welcomed back into society. But he added, it is unacceptable in our religion to allow the birth of any children if both parents are not Yazidis, because of his decree. Many women avail themselves of abortions, which through illegal under Iraq are not prosecuted under an understanding with the local authorities. The taxpayer-funded VOA continues. Now that I hope you guys understood that, because I didn't. Therefore, abortion is perceived as a solution. That's just messed up. However, that raises two other problems. Abortion is illegal in Iraq, and not all women want to undergo the procedure. The fact that not all women want to undergo an abortion is a problem, That would certainly be a matter of perspective. Now we know the perspective of the Voice of America. Despite being trapped between their Islamist sexual tormentors and banished from their society, many Yazidi women have decided to give their babies life. To Rezan Dler, a female lawmaker in the Iraq Council of Representatives, who has been working closely with the abductive Yazidis. Cases of women who have been raped and want to keep their babies are not uncommon. A Yazidi woman who was pregnant for 8 months when she escaped IS. She wanted to keep her baby, but her husband insists on divorcing her if she refused to have an abortion. The couple finally separated. The woman is now living in a refugee camp with her 5-month-old child. Diller told VOA, describing the circumstances of the Yazidi woman without disclosing her name. In other cases, the Yazidi women have given their newborn children to the infertile Kurdish couples, Diller said. Some women are so resolute on keeping their children that they've indicated they would rather stay under IS slavery if returning home meant losing their babies, Diller told VOA. The governor of Nanavi, Nafal Hamadi Akub, said there are at least 3,000 children of unknown parentage in his province alone. Now some may be using their pain to promote abortion as they have with a Boko Haram and the Zika virus. The Zika virus. Diller goes on to speak of other legal aspects of the children's unbringing before the article pivots to the Iraq law in the future and whether lawmakers will find a legal answer to these problems. It is unclear for the writing whether she restricted the conversation to parentage and the children's religion, or whether she was implying Iraq should legalize abortion. What a tragedy if after all these Yazidis' perseverance for life in the face of genocide hatred, their suffering were exploded to further to reach of death. This situation right here, where they get raped by these people, and then they can't come home because they can't have the baby, and they also can't have abortions. It's illegal. It's a very hard thing that the government has to really look at and try to understand and make sense of what they're doing and their ways of how they're doing it. Now, I know back in their own hometown that they have to be okay with it because that's just their lifestyle and that's how they live. We don't understand it in our place because we're free. But in their area, they're not. They're governed by a government that is very strict and harsh. All we can do is pray for them. Pray that the Lord guide them ways to set them free. In Jesus' name.